Alright, anyway, 10 seconds. Let's start, guys. I hope my camera's annoying today, chat.
You don't believe in no fate. Every day digging a grave. Stepping up here with the snakes. City of dreams, city of...
Welcome to Night City Wire, Episode 4, the show from us at CD Projekt Red, where we talk about all things Cyberpunk 2077. We're going to start today's episode by giving you a look at just some of the vehicles you might procure during your time in Night City, and having a chat to senior vehicle artist Paul, who's going to give us a little bit more information before we take you behind the scenes and a look at the lengths the teams have gone to bring vehicles to life. We're also going to have news on an exciting collaboration. Then we're going to be talking about fashion and style.
Fall Guys! Fall Guys!
In our Cyberpunk Cosplay Contest. We'll then wrap up today's
Call it, chat, right now.
Some news about Stadia. There is a lot to talk about. So, let's get started.
In a huge open world like Night City, you need a chill ride to get around fast. And in Cyberpunk 2077, there are tons of cool vehicles to choose from.
Get this. 4-liter engine, 6-cylinder, goes from 0 to 100 in 3.2 seconds. You fucking believe that?
We've crafted every car and motorbike with amazing attention to detail. On the chassis, the body, not to mention the interiors. You can expect every one not only to look unique, but to deliver a unique driving experience.
All right, show me what you got.
Don't expect advanced tech or luxurious materials here. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's not the size that counts, I guess.
This class is mostly utility vehicles and low-end clunkers made for every pocket.
Hold on. It's a wreck.
My damn wreck.
Well, definitely no guy or girl magnet.
If you need to impress, look to this class alone.
I'm putting my ride on the line. Either you match it in cash, or you can forget about the fight.
Alright.
These wheels, no expense has been spared, no frill ignored. Their plush interiors decked out in all the latest tech, while you get to sit back and enjoy the ride. Masterful engineering and practical design. Trucks and tanks for when you need power and brute force.
Hell of a machine.
Meet Beast,
Dude.
my pride and joy.
That's Pog.
And these monsters are literally unstoppable. These are for chooms who love the smell of exhaust and the roar of street wildlife. Their powerful engines and exchangeable parts make them perfect for tuning.
Come on! I want to smell that choo-choo burn!
Whether it's street racing, running
Dope,
from the
dude.
NCPD, or just showing off in the streets, with these high-powered beasts, you will have only respect.
Oh yeah, I like that!
So rad.
If you need speed and armor, the hypercar class is for you. It means precise bodywork, built-in
Remy
LiDAR
like.
arrays, and really expensive materials.
Imagine you're sitting on a pile of eddies. Probably less than 1,000 people in the world can afford the Erendite.
Not your typical urban vehicle.
These will be so much fun.
They will take you places you never dreamed you'd go. Oh, and original vehicles are not all you'll find in 2077. We also found room on our roster.
Minigun
for
bike
some
would be
true
fun, for
automotive
sure.
Icons.
Floor it.
V.
Guys, the game's $60. Yeah, that means you haven't pre-bought your you haven't pre-purchased yet. Alright.
Paul, thank you.
Gord
so
Fangs
much for
and
joining us.
Speedy858 launch. Welcome along with Black Hacker. Welcome, welcome, friends. Hope you guys are doing well.
The Witcher. So there's a lot to talk about.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a huge change. I'm really... Car design is always, like, really important with any sort of, like, I guess, open-world vehicle game. Like GTA... Anything of that style. It's unbelievably important.
Design philosophy, what does each kind of class offer when people are driving them around Night City?
Absolutely. Depending on the variation of the car that you're either buying or stealing, depending on your flavor, yeah, you'll notice that they don't just look different, but they'll also drive different and feel different. If you're buying or stealing a nice fancy looking sports color version of a car, you'll notice that it drives, you know, faster, sounds a little bit more punchy and sporty than, for example, a junkier version of that same car. You know, it can have solar panels tied to the roof or some other pipes that are hot wiring some other, you know, cyberpunk components in your car. And well, you know, if it looks cheap, it probably drives cheap too.
So it seems that not only do the cars look
What the hell is his shirt?
There's an awful lot of detail on the inside. So can you tell us more about that? Because I know if you find a Quadra Type 66 in the city, it's going to look totally different from the Quadra Type 66 that the gang's driving out in the Badlands, both outside and inside.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely. If you're about to steal a very nice high-end car, for example, when you get in, you'll see the dashboard light up nicely. You'll see your dial indicators.
Oh, beautiful.
But that may not exist for a junk version at all. It may have the dashboard ripped out completely.
I'll never be looking at the inside, chat. I promise you that.
Suits your needs.
So what about racing then? Will there be racing? Because I know people have been asking.
100%. We already saw like some of the identifiers for it.
Several races in the game. Different locations. If you know you're going to be driving in the Badlands, maybe bring a Nomad car.
There's the one that we just saw. Yeah.
To driving in the Badlands. But if you know you're going to be racing in Night City, just bring the hottest wheels you've got because you're going to need all the power you can get. No matter where you're racing though, you need to bring a gun because this is Night City and you never know what's going to happen.
Okay, so you talk about bringing cars then.
There's your answer.
Talk about like storing and calling
cars.
Yeah,
you can kill people.
We know people can steal them. But what if somebody's found a car and they absolutely love this particular one? Is there a way for players to kind of build that collection? And then how do they actually, you know, summon them?
Well, summoning cars works pretty much the same as you would summon Roach in The Witcher 3. Your transportation may or may not show up on a roof somewhere. But, you know, we're still working on fixing some bugs here and there.
We got the answer, chat. We got the answer.
Like very much. If you can't wait to own a Quadra or a Type 66, you'll get a message from your fixer and says, hey, got a Quadra for sale for you. You want to buy it? All you have to do is drive over, pay the money, and you've got your very own Quadra. Not to mention that every single vehicle that you buy, every single player vehicle, is absolutely unique in every way. It's got a unique interior, unique exterior, paint job. You know, it'll sound different, but it'll also handle different.
So in the video, we did mention there was space for a true automotive icon. Do you want to reveal what that actually is?
Of course. The car in question here is Johnny Silverhand's car. And Johnny Silverhand is, well, he's a big rocker boy, and he needs some wheels to match. So we gave him a 911 Porsche from 1977, which means in 2077, Johnny's car is going to be exactly 100 years old.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for your time.
I'm not sure how modding's going to work. Is there twerking? I doubt it. Can the police chase you and get you busted? Yes. That's already been implied in some previous videos. I'd imagine there's going to be modding. I'm not sure how the support's going to work.
Absolutely cool.
Because there's modding for The Witcher 3 as well. So I'd imagine it's going to be a thing.
I'll try my very best. We'll see. In past episodes, we've said that music plays a huge part in bringing Night City to life.
Yeah, you guys had like a whole thing for it.
Our teams went to incredible lengths to recreate and capture the sounds that really bring these vehicles to life. I mean, they might have had some fun driving them, but I'm pretty sure that's just a perk of the job.
Yo, Quinn, how you doing? I always love hearing about how sign design works, so that's so cool.
attach a proper sound to the visual so that you have like a nice feeling or a nice vibe of.
I wonder if we can like recustomize our engines, because we've already seen in some like the Badlands stuff.
Early on, we made the decision
like us working on cars, so I wonder if we can actually work on the cars.
Record cars in movement. We started cooperation with Tomek Choki, who is like very well-known racing driver in Poland. That's really a nice sensation when you're driving with a racing driver and then he pushes the car to the limits. Like you can feel.
He's like holding on. He's like, I didn't want to have to do this shit today.
We wanted to record a broad spectrum of cars, so we started with the powerful muscle cars, and then we went to.
God damn! Look at that engine.
Tuned V6s, inline 6s, and then we went to V10s. We wanted to grab the off-road cars. We of course grabbed some drift cars, just to have the more aggressive character in the cars. We had to assemble a sound group or a sound team that would make the placing of the mics process very fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that process has got to like be crazy interesting.
We had the team of mechanics from a rally team, and they helped us immensely. What they've done, they've allowed us to put the microphones into places that we wouldn't be able to access differently. Putting a mic right into the car. They helped us to locate the places that are best.
Usually place 3 microphones in the engine bay, 3 microphones in the exhaust, and 2 microphones in the car. Cars
That's so
very,
cool.
Very complex in terms of sound, and it's very difficult to get all the necessary components that you have to make.
I live in America, Saker. I'm not going to be in a residential facility in '83. You kidding me? The money gone into this? Oh yeah, dude. After The Witcher 3, money's not really a problem for CD Projekt Red.
We wanted to use normal organic electric engine that you could actually have in the nowadays car.
We didn't want the engines to be futuristic sci-fi sounding. We wanted much more organic, much more down to earth, something that would represent the combustion.
I was gonna say they're like, it's like one or two high. It's either they're either number 1 or number 2 of the highest grossing company in Poland.
It makes you feel like you are in a car of the future, and some
because of how big of a hit The Witcher 3 was.
Car might have blips and bobs that will make you feel like you're in a futuristic vehicle.
I was gonna say when like, I can't remember what the name is. I want to say it's like the Polish delegate came to the United States when Obama was in office. They gave them a copy of The Witcher 2 because that's how iconic CD Projekt Red is.
Early on, we decided to record.
Like that was their gift from the embassy.
Which is the Porsche 911 930 from 1977.
We recorded on dyno.
Like it's just a fact. It's that big.
We could
chat.
put mic in very different places. Porsche 930 that we recorded is the.
Did you play it? I hope you played it. I have no idea.
Really sounding like the real car in real.
I remember him making like a joke about like when he's done with his presidency, he'd probably end up giving it some time because he didn't have time then. But
we recorded more than 40 vehicles.
Oh, we can play with the.
Do we record so
I can play with
racing game.
Truth being told,
the Windows chat.
This part in my sound career.
Oh no.
What we achieved with the sound team. This was something that we didn't do before. So creating the designs, creating the technology behind how the sound behaves, that's the best thing actually I ever did in my sound career.
That's so cool. And their sound team is so good. Like already. I can't wait to see some of the stuff they do with that. I hope the junkers, you can hear like the metal like scraping against each other. Like that'd be. I'm excited, guys.
Smell.
The only game it's got to compete with for me is The Last of Us 2.
Journey. Freedom.
No, you know it's not like deeper.
I have a bad tendency to like grab. I didn't know that. That's Keanu Reeves. Chat, is that Keanu Reeves? That's Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, Keanu Reeves, Keanu Reeves, Keanu Reeves. IDK looks fake to me. I know, it looks like an AI chat. They just CG'd him in. Alright.
Custom production motorcycle.
He's a major character in the game. And they used him for a lot of mocap. I'm guessing they've used him for this, because it sounds like it's part of his motorcycle company. Yeah. He was heavily involved in this game, though. By the way, this game's gone gold, so now they're just literally making the copies to send out.
CD Projekt Red approached me about
Fun fact.
Cyberpunk 2077. They also spoke about integrating. They were fans of, or I guess people who worked at the company were fans of Arch Motorcycle, and so they broached the idea of creating kind of specialized Cyberpunk 2077 version of the Arch Motorcycle.
That's so cool.
I thought that was a very fine idea.
Of course you did. Hold on while I don't promote my brand. Like, what?
We have a motorcycle we've designed and we've been developing called the Method 143, and so that I think in particular was.
Oh, anyway, I always have a tendency to like play on bikes in GTA-esque style games, so I guarantee I will in this.
Totally different.
It never goes well for me though, chat. So we'll crash this thing in like the first 30 seconds we have one. And then I'll get another one. And it's just going to be a repeat thing. So expect that.
Today we're capturing sounds. Getting some actual sounds of a power plant, drivetrain, and characteristics of the motorcycle, which I'm sure they will, you know, have play with and stuff, but the source will be pure.
Look at that boom mic.
It has a sort of a racing engine in it compared to our production motorcycles. It has a dual exhaust system, and it sounds pretty.
Sounds good.
It's definitely blindfold to tell that that's the Method 143-ish sounding motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting they're doing sound capture outside instead of inside. To be honest, yeah. I love that hum, chat.
Nature of the role-playing aspect of the game.
Yeah, that right there. I would have hit that car. Right there. Without a doubt in my mind, I would not have dodged that. That's how bad I am with bikes.
As with all episodes of Night City Wire, if you're tuning in late, or if you just want to watch anything again, we will be uploading everything to our channels soon.
And on Playing with Remy.
Now it's time to talk about styles in Night City. Are you more kitsch or neo-militarism?
Why is that still up? Why is that still up? Oh, I was gonna say, how dare you?
Welcome to the brief authoritative history of Night City. This chapter is devoted to so-called styles, deeply linked with the history of the world, and a very important aspect of life.
Wait, are we seeing character customization?
You can find them everywhere. In cars, clothes, guns, implants.
Dude, yes please.
They are your war paint. As one of our sponsors says, it matters not if you're dead, as long as you're doing it in style.
Swoosh, swoosh, slicing them up like sashimi.
4 visual styles.
Oh damn it! I want sushi now.
Night City of 2077, each with its own history, status,
All right,
and features.
chat. Remember, our first character is going hardcore corporate, so we're gonna be neo-military. Okay.
And chrome. Function comes second. Looks are what matter.
No, these are styles. So these are like how you look. This is about customizations at this point. Oh, look at that jump! Oh, baby, he's got leaps for days.
Corporate war broke out, and entropism was born. Vast and deep crises forced people.
Chat, there might be twerking. I saw that.
Getting the job done, no matter how, was the primary goal. The look? Who cares?
I love
this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her.
Fuck them. Fuck this job. Fuck this city.
Deadly elegance with
Oh, here we go.
ostentation.
Because we're going corpo as hard as I can for the first
Mostly
run.
seen in the wealthier parts of town. Substance over style. That's the motto. Celebrities, brain dance stars, business magnates, heirs to corporate fortunes and corporate executives. They abandoned the cold, deadly elegance of neo-militarism and returned to the roots of kitsch, but gave it a fresh, new look.
Oh shit, these hands. Sometimes it seems like I just brushed something and sparks fly.
Dude, that house in the background, holy
Thank
shit.
you for your attention. We wish you a very pleasant stay in our marvelous metropolis. Good luck, and goodbye.
NC's Legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. Luckily, matters not where you're from, matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk.
This is based off of a pen and paper game. So to answer that question, yes. It is like D&D.
Just before this episode started, you might have tuned in early and seen our Cyberpunk Cosplay Contest finale. But just in case you've
We saw like
missed
half a second of it. It was
little
muted.
summary
Awkward.
for you featuring our very talented finalists. In the Cyberpunk Cosplay Contest, we asked our very talented community to cosplay a character from the game based on the art, screenshots, videos, cosplay guides, etc. We thought regular trophies weren't quite cool enough, so we decided that the top 3 will receive detailed props based on weapons from the game.
Dope.
They have been specifically made for this occasion, and the winners can do with them as they please. And now, the 12 best Cyberpunk cosplayers who have competed.
Dude, the
first
Royce in the
place
bottom right,
in
that was so pog.
official Cyberpunk 2077 Cosplay Contest. Are you ready to meet them?
Oh, there's a V. Oh, that's so rad! Oh, that's so cool. Those were all great looking. My goodness.
Now, before we wrap up today's episode, there is one more thing to talk about. Previously, we announced that Cyberpunk 2077 was coming to Stadia, and today we can tell you that it is arriving on November 19th alongside other platforms, and
Good for them.
are starting now. Night City Wire is almost over, but if you do want just a little bit more, then stay tuned right here on the Twitch channel and join us
Redacted.
for our post-show. As always, don't forget that if you've missed anything, we'll be uploading everything to our channels shortly, and we'll be back with Night City Wire episode 5 soon.
There's gonna be another one?
There is one more thing we're going to show you. Welcome to the diner.
The what?
So what do you want? Supercar? Big house?
You want to rule this city?
Yeah.
Well, you ain't getting anywhere without an upgrade. You need a softer touch. Stronger's fine, because taking over Night City...
We are going to be so cybernetic, by the way, chat. We're going to be a monster by the end.
I'm in. Cyberpunk 2077. Available November 19th.
First run, anyway. Oh, it goes to the CD Projekt Group. That's great.